Well, our website is live now. It's a www. Is it www?
www.teammeatballracing.com.
Just put the thing right here. You know, I don't know. It's a mouthful. My tongue gets in the way. But my dad, this is my dad's deal. He got hats made. Team Meat Ball Racing. The Richardsons. They're flex fits. We're gonna do some like the 112s too here soon, like the trucker hat. We're gonna do them, but these ones we got in right now. We only got a little bit of them, not much. They're $30. They're online. So they're pretty nice hats. They're comfortable. I do know like the small mediums, like they're actually pretty big for small medium in my opinion. So I don't know how. So if y'all don't know how a Richardson Flex Fit fits, you know, maybe we'll try one. But we got small, mediums, and large and XLs, and we're also got our ButerFace t-shirts and Team Meat Ball Racing hoodies. I'm doing a reorder on all of it this week, and Hunter's we got his shirt up there. We're waiting on them to come in, and and I know Little Zach's got his coming too. So we're going to have some new merchandise out. And Cam's got some coming in for his too. So we're going to have all kinds of merchandise on there. Make sure y'all go to the website, and please make sure y'all like and subscribe. So I just want to give y'all a little update on everything. We got everything. Dad's literally mounting the anti-roll bar over here now. Everything's back. Everything's almost welded. Eric's on his way over to finish it. I got my weight bars, the fuel pump mounted, the shock mounted. I'm waiting on my shocks from Jeff. These are actually the shocks off the Monty we got. I'm gonna sell them though. They're Ron G's. Let's see. Other than that, it's looking good. We got a serious anti-roll bar on this. I don't know if I said that yet or not. We upgraded the anti-roll bars. He's over here tacking it together so we can mount it in the car here in a little bit. Then Eric will weld it in. But we actually got to cut the bar for the anti-roll bar. I'm over here sanding the firewall, getting it smooth so we can paint it. It's almost done, and then we're gonna paint. We got the whole car taped up on the outside so we can spray everything inside black and everything. So, and then when all that's done, I'm gonna put all my interior pieces back in, and then we'll set the body on for the last time. Hopefully by Tuesday, we'll have the body and everything back on, and then we can put the engine back in. My trans should be done this week, so we're moving right along. Hey, the runs are free, ain't they?
No charge, no extra.
No extra.
Ain't no rub.
Just giving you shit.
First rib ain't too bad. How about that, Eric? First time we put it on there. Bounce a little bit, so it needs to come up.
I'm gonna have a tight spot here, so.
Alright, tight.
Look at it here, man. Oh.
We're running out of time. That's all I know. Days, not enough hours and days. Next door, Dad, we got my body done. It's all painted, all interiors back in it. Eric's finishing up welding tonight. He's got about an hour, or he says he's got about 2 hours left of welding to do. So once he does that, I need to leave and go get some paint, so we can paint the rest of the cage. We're gonna paint that, and tomorrow we're gonna put the body back on. Then once that goes back on, we can put this back in. I'm gonna get my trans this week. I'm hoping to get my carburetor back this week. Jeff should be shipping my shocks this week. I should have everything. I should be able to fire it up. I'm hoping to fire it up Sunday. That's my goal. To be able to fire it up. And if I can fire it up Sunday, then that means we got kind of a week to finish up everything else we need to do. Because I still got to do the radar lines. Got to do that. But I'm hoping to do that this week once the body goes back on, and the engine in. Because then we can measure, like cut the pipe and get it aluminum welded on the ends, and then measure for the hoses. And where I had to move my fuel pump, I have to get new hoses from the cell to the fuel pump, and from the fuel pump back to the cell for the return. I gotta get new hoses for that. Then we measure that and get them from Leonard. So we're moving right along. We're moving pretty fast. We got a lot of work done in the last couple of weeks. 3 weeks, is that right?
Yeah, something like it.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been moving along pretty well. I mean, I just checked this out. The oil looked brand new in it. All the plugs look good. So we're going to stick a camera down each cylinder and look at it, make sure everything there ain't no crap in it, which I don't think there is, because there was nothing inside my carburetor, so which was good. So I mean, there shouldn't be nothing in it, which I don't think. But then there's just a lot of cleaning to do underneath the car, because it looks like hammered shit from everything else underneath, though, like all the antifreeze and everything. We got to wipe all of it off, and so we got a lot of work left to do. I don't know my deadline. I don't know if I'm going to go with the front end on it or not, because I spent a lot of money on this fiberglass. I got it from Eric from Florida. His work was pretty cool, good. I mean, he did it all in a week. Got it to me in a week. I ordered it Monday and showed up the next Monday. I got his 9-inch cow hood with a 6-inch adapter or other cow hood, and we're going to cut it and then put the 6 onto it to make it shape like my old hood. And we're just going to use both of the cows to make my hood, make it look like my old hood. And it should be lighter because it's actually a one whole piece that is thinner than what we made. And then we're going to actually mount it to the front end. And then once it goes on the thing, we're going to be able to take the whole front end off. That's how I want to do it, to make it one whole piece and kind of do it that way. But I really want to still put my grill in it and like the bezels and stuff. So there's just some things I want to do, and I kind of want to take my time on that, because I mean, we're going to be gone for pretty much a weekend, and then we come back, and then we're sitting for a few months before we really, because that's when our winter really hits, is in January and February. So I mean, we got a few months down there downtown. So I think we're actually going to go to the local car show, World of Wheels. I think we're actually going to have a booth in that. We've been kind of talking about doing that, because just kind of support them, and it'd be kind of cool to have set up a little booth there, because my dad's always been in build hot rods and all that stuff. So we might do that, so we're kind of talking about that. But me and Dad talked about we're actually going to paint the front end the same color, but who knows how Dad is. I mean, he gets a wild hair up his butt. He might get it all done on the front end. That's how he is. But I mean, we're moving along really well. He's actually mounting the other door on the body right now, trying to get it to line up. But the firewall and everything turned out really good. All my interior pieces back in. So tomorrow we need a few people over, and hopefully we'll be able to set it back in. So by midweek I should be able to have it as a roller again. Then once that happens, and then this weekend I'm really hoping to be able to fire it up. And then there's only 2 more bars to finish. We have to put the body back on and drill the holes in the firewall, so the main 2 bars up front. And I wanted to wait till I get to my headers back so we can make them go over them, and then that can be all done, and then everything will be done. So we're doing pretty well. It's still, like I said, a lot of work, but we're doing alright. We're doing alright for a few guys working on the weekends. and every night after 11 o'clock shifts. But we're doing all right. We're moving. So I'm gonna keep taking this apart. Actually, I'm just draining the oil out of it, and we're gonna stick the camera back down it, like I said, and I'm actually just gonna put oil back in it and rock it. So nothing's. If it was hurt, you would already know. It would have got a plug, or it would have milky oil, but it don't. So I think the reason why it shut off is literally because when I wrecked, when you're spraying 600 to it, you let off of it and let off the gas at the same time, and then you start spinning. I don't think the gravity, because the carburetor was actually out of fuel when I checked it before we took it off. It was out, so it just tells me that the fuel wasn't getting to the carburetor, so it quit running. So I think that's it.